Good morning from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, where it's July 2023 and it's time for late night riding. The park's open today from 10 AM through until 10 PM, and hopefully if the weather stays okay, should be fireworks tonight as well.
It's like we're in summer. Where's the nice weather? It's just raining.
Well, we just come back from Madrid and it was too hot. Now we've come here and it's the other extreme, isn't it? Soaking. But anyway, we'll make the most of it today here at Late Night Riding. We've not done a full park vlog here at Pleasure Beach for quite some time. And yeah, we've actually got lots to share today, including the Big Dipper, which has reopened after its refurbishment. Looking forward to getting on that. We'll share our thoughts and see the repaints. Along with that, they've also put in the new shop out here at the front, so we'll nip out again later and come and have a look in there. And along with that, one of our favourites is back, isn't it, Charlotte?
We're going to go and watch the matinee performance of Hot Eyes today as well.
Oh, we love the ice show here at Pleasure Beach. They run an afternoon matinee show and an evening, and yeah, you can actually watch the afternoon show free of charge, included in your admission to the park with your e-ticket. But yeah, come and join us. 12 hours here at Pleasure Beach. Hopefully the weather might get a bit better later, but we have got the brolly on standby just in case. Luckily the weather was much better for us last night when we actually climbed up the big one. Yeah, we did walk the big one XL and it was absolutely incredible. So make sure you check out that vlog if you haven't already seen it. We got some awesome views looking out over the park and Blackpool as a whole. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. Inside the park then now, and of course looking forward to getting back on Valhalla later on. Yeah, it's been about a month and a half since I've been on it, of course, since it reopened here for 2023, and yeah, really looking forward to that. Hours for Valhalla today are 12 noon through until 10 o'clock, so yeah, that'll be the longest it's operated since Valhalla reopened, so yeah, really looking forward to that, especially in this lovely weather today as well. How great! Hey! Derby racer over here. Oh. It's always nice to get back to one of our favourite parks here in the UK. Blackpool Pleasure Beach. There's the sights, the sounds, the smells of the amusement park. And there's the nostalgia of it here as well. And rain or shine, always have a good day here in Blackpool. Hey! Oh, I love it. Yeah, fingers crossed the fireworks will be able to go ahead tonight. All depends on that wind really. Not really the rain that much, it's more the wind, so we'll see what happens. So we're starting off our day here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach with a ride on the Big Dipper. I'm really looking forward to this. It's been closed so far throughout 2023 for a glow up. They've completely repainted it and it does look absolutely fantastic. And of course the onion on the top just there, as many people call it, the teardrop, whatever you want to say it is, has also been painted up with its new colour scheme there as well. It used to be white and blue before, and now you can see you've got some grey on there, you've got some white, you've got some gold, and yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. And yeah, really looking forward to getting back here on the Big Dipper. And you can see they've actually got the countdown board just up there as well. 32 days until the big celebration for 100 years. It's taking place on Wednesday the 23rd of August 2023. And it's not just the track and structure itself that's had a repaint. Look at the station here too. I like the dyed blue water down there, that looks awesome. And yeah, they've redone all the blue here in the station, which just look fantastic. But yeah, we're gonna go and see how it rides now. 100 years old. And still going strong. I've got to say the trains also look like they've been polished as well. Well, the weather is absolutely disgusting out there, isn't it, today? But you know what, we've had two rides there on Big Dipper, of course, back open now for 2023. It's 100th year birthday, and yeah, it makes a big difference depending on where you ride that. I've always said this about the wooden coasters here, and lots of parks, but especially on the older woodies, you want to be on a non-wheel seat. It makes a big difference, doesn't it?
I can't believe how much of a big difference that makes. We had a non-wheel seat, then we had a wheel seat, and it was a completely different ride.
Yeah, it was, yeah, and of course you want to be on the middle rows, not the front or the back of each of the cars on there, if that makes sense for you. It's a much smoother ride experience. If you want a more rattly, traditional experience, then yeah, sit on them wheel seats and you'll feel the jolting a bit more. But you know what, it looks fantastic. They've done a really good job, and of course Pleasure Beach like looking after the classics, and I'm so pleased that they've actually made a big deal of the 100th for that ride, you know, it's great.
I'm so glad that the work's actually been done and it's looking so good, which is great.
Yeah, and I do really like the new colour scheme, what they've gone for actually with the teardrop, the onion, whatever you want to call it. I do think it looks fantastic, and actually from the other side, from Icon's queue, it blends in really nice with Icon's colour scheme, which is good. And yeah, it's just different to how it was before. But no, nice to get back on there. Great out and back wooden roller coaster, a classic here at Pleasure Beach, and that's what keeps this park alive. It is the classics mixed in with the modern thrills. Oh, and here she comes again, the 1923 classic, still going strong here at Pleasure Beach. And yeah, what they've done with the colour scheme, the repaint is great, and yeah, of course they've repainted all the white structure here, and also the red running rails, and also the pieces of wood across the top just there as well. And yeah, it's not looked that good for many years, so yeah, I'm really pleased that they've done the work on there. Not the best weather for filming it today, but still, we've been on it a couple of times, and yeah, it's great to have it back open here at Pleasure Beach. Oh, it's such a shame that the weather's so poor today, especially with it being the first full day of the British summer holidays. 10 o'clock close, fireworks. It really should have been a really buzzing atmosphere here today at Pleasure Beach. 12 hours of ride time. Yeah, it's a shame that the bad weather's came in for today, but it is what it is. We'll make the most of it. And yeah, Avalanche has got a new entrance sign over here. Let's go and take a look at that. How nice is that new entrance sign just here for the Avalanche? Following, of course, with the Swiss theme of this part of the park, and the station itself, which you can just see there behind. Looks really nice, that does. Very colourful. Yeah, what a brilliant sign. Really well detailed. Oh, I do love a ride on Avalanche. The station's nice and warm in here as well. You wouldn't think it was July. Can I have a ride? Waited about 5 minutes to get to this point. Another 5 minutes, we should be on. Well, we actually only waited just over 5 minutes there for our ride on Avalanche. Great to see this Mack bobsled back on 2 trains as well now, which is fantastic. And yeah, I do really like that ride. It is quite short, however, I do really enjoy it. And yeah, as you can see, they started doing the repaints on there a couple of years ago. Hopefully this winter they get round to finishing that, because yeah, it really does need it. There's parts of it that look really fresh, such as that turnaround area there. And there's a few other bits that definitely need the repaints. Yeah, hopefully they'll do that in the future. Obviously trying to get the best footage I can for you all today. Not ideal when it's raining like this. Was really hoping for this to be a lovely summery day at Pleasure Beach. However, yeah, the weather isn't fantastic today, but we'll make the most of it. It is what it is. How's your ride, Charlotte?
I do find Avalanche a little bit uncomfortable. I like sitting on my own car, but when it's busy we share one.
Yeah, Charlotte's trying with the brolly here
to
protect the camera.
I'm like stood here like this.
We always try our best. But you get it how it is on this channel, you know. It's like when we was at Part 1 in Madrid, it was absolutely baking hot. And then, yeah, we're at the complete opposite now, where it's pretty cold and raining and miserable. But there you go.
A lot of you have asked about the Part Warner vlog. If I was okay, I'm absolutely fine, so don't worry.
What you didn't see in that vlog was off camera. We spent a lot of time in air conditioning.
I got a Starbucks and had a sit down, but I'm absolutely fine.
Yeah, a lot of people have said, oh, is Charlotte okay? Yeah, don't worry, she was fine, and we managed to chill out quite a bit. From one Mack ride to another then now, as we make our way to our favourite roller coaster in the UK, Icon. It's always great to get back on this 2018 double launch coaster. We got some epic views of Icon from above though last night when we did walk the big one XL, so honestly check out that vlog if you haven't already seen it. It'd be weird riding the big one today, now we've walked up there to the top. There it goes, yeah, we walked right up here and we got some fantastic views, especially of Icon's top hat when we was on that part of the lift hill. Yeah, let's go and make our way down here. Like I say, try our best with the shots for you all today. It's not ideal, but we always make the most of it here at Theme Park Worldwide. Oh, and there she goes. 2 trains running on Icon. Of course, you've got Enzo on the back there, the spinning seats. Just the upcharge experience. And yeah, Big Dipper looks fantastic from here. Really pleased that it's been painted up. So since Icon opened back in 2018, Big Dipper's always looked really bad there just behind it with the paint. So yeah, I'm so pleased that they've done that. Well worth it. And there it goes over that first hill. But yeah, look at all the foliage now underneath Icon. 5 years since this opened. Yeah, these trees growing nicely down there. Earlier in the year you get all the cherry blossom down here too, which always looks really pretty. But yeah, the good thing is about rain, it does keep the crowds away. Icon's queue's only back here to the entrance gates to probably about 20-25 minutes on a 2 train service. Always great getting back on Icon here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and despite the rain we still had a good ride on there, didn't we, Charlotte?
Oh, I absolutely love Icon. It's such a classic and it's our favourite in the UK.
Oh, it really is. And yeah, it's not about the speed or anything like that, it's them interactions with the other rides that really make it. And like I say, in that Walk the Big One XL vlog that we just uploaded, you can really see how tight of a space they fit this ride into, and that's what really makes Pleasure Beach special. We waited about 30 minutes there for our ride. Took a little bit longer than I was expecting, and that's probably because of course you got the Enzo train on there. Really, it runs 4 less seats, doesn't it, when you've got Enzo on?
Yeah, that's the thing, so it doesn't help with capacity.
Yeah, it has slowed it down a little bit. However, it's good of course to get back on there. I do miss the days, you know, of it running just 3 trains when there was no seat belts, like 2018 as well. It was just the restraints, no seat belts at all. It used to really be a capacity monster, didn't it?
It moves so fast.
Yeah, and it still moves okay now, but nowhere near as fast as it used to back in 2018. I do miss those times. But of course, yeah, it is a fantastic coaster. The ride experience on there, I absolutely love. And yeah, it seems like the rain's not too bad now, so hopefully we'll be okay this afternoon. While we had our ride on Icon just there, decided to come out of the park and just head to the Velvet Coaster, which is the Wetherspoons just down there. And there's a look at Mr. Funshine. Of course, you've got the golf out here at Pleasure Beach too. And yeah, we're making our way now back into the park, and we're going to go and check out the new shop. It's been open for a few months now, but yeah, because we've not done a full park vlog for a bit of time, we've not actually shown it yet. So we're going to go and check out the shop inside the ticket centre, because yeah, they've moved what used to be the normal ticket centre into this part of the casino building, and yeah, it's cleared up this big space at the back for the new shop, which is awesome. It really is. And after that, we're going to be watching the Hot Ice show, which this year is Amor, 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 and you can see the poster for the show just over there. But yeah, we're going to head inside. We're going to have a look around this new shop now. And here we go. Welcome to the inside of the new for 2023 Pleasure Beach store. So yeah, this is the former ticket centre, because yeah, if you remember, you used to have all the tills around there, and that's where you picked up your wristbands. And yeah, it's mostly online now, so this is a much better use of this space instead of it being the ticket centre. Worth pointing out though, you can still buy an e-ticket here if you want to. The ticket centre's round to the right hand side now. It's just a lot smaller than it used to be, because they didn't need that space. What do you think to it in here, Charlotte?
I absolutely love it in here. It's just so modern, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great space. I'm glad they've kind of kept all the neon feel with the lighting up there too. You've got the little sofa in there to chill out, and yeah, some really good merchandise in here too. Obviously Kiss Me Quick's still there inside the park. That's where you got like all your ride parts and some other bits. But yeah, they've got some fantastic merch in here, and it's all in different sections as well. Like you can see with the big one just here, you can see the structure, the Valhalla section over here, and Fusion. It's just done a really nice job of it inside here. Great space, all the carpet, it's very modern, very fresh. Yeah, look at all your Valhalla merch. You can get a Valhalla bucket hat you want to just there now. What sort of pricing we got on those just there? They are $12.95 for the bucket hats. Teddy bears just over here, and you can see all the prices clearly displayed over there too. You even get a Valhalla chopping board just down here too, look at that. $16.95 for your chopping board just there for Valhalla. Hey!
It's my favourite ride off the ghost train!
Hey!
It's my favourite car, the purple one.
Oh, it is nice that, isn't it?
It's so cute.
There you go, train section. But yeah, this shop's just really nice in here, and along with the shop they've actually brought out some new merchandise as well, which is good to see. Your coaster cutouts and coaster dynamics are in here on display. That's nice, isn't it, for the fan club? And yeah, we've got the next fan club event coming up actually next month, which is going to be Behind the Onion, celebrating 100 years of course of the Big Dipper. Hey, fan club merch, these are quite nice. They've got some really good pictures around the wall as well, so we'll show you those in just a moment. But yeah, there's loads of new merch. I remember you go back like 5 or 6 years, merchandise wasn't really that good at Pleasure Beach. They've really upped the game. It's some of the best UK merch now, really good quality. Icon section over here. The hoodie is all embroidered, yeah, instead of just the stick-on stuff. Really nice. But yeah, what a space in here. Nickland's got its own section as well, which is good. You can get the Icon chopping board if you want to. There you go. And yeah, it's not just printed on, it's actually engraved in over there. Yeah, they've kept the toilets in here, and it's just a brilliant space in here now. It's absolutely huge. I do really like it. More of your Icon section. And it also means you can access this without going into the park. So if you didn't have a ticket for one day but just wanted to nip in and get some merch, you could do, you know, you can just access this without actually being inside the park. Of course, you've got the big TV screen, and that keeps cycling through the different rides. That was for Icon. You get like a Valhalla section on there, and yeah, a few other bits too. Keeps coming up. Oh, and there it is. Valhalla. I'm not too keen on these.
I don't like these.
Yeah, Ninja Dog, $12.95. They're made of wood, but yeah, they're not really my sort of merch, those.
No.
Yeah, we spotted them when we came a couple of weeks ago. Well, yeah, they've got them for Icon. I think there was one for Valhalla as well.
Yeah, there is.
Selection of caps just over here. It's got a real modern vibe in here too. And yeah, here's some of the newer merch that they've brought in. I love this here, the carrot hook. I think that is fantastic. And yeah, all of this design, like the sketch design on there, very different.
I really like these.
A bit more subtle, aren't they?
It's great.
Lots of rides on there. And yeah, a lot more kind of useful things, you know, like this, like a planner that you can put up on your wall. Your mug selection down here. Yeah, you've got more of kind of a cartoony look with some of these, which is really nice actually, a little bit different in the Pleasure Beach store. And I do like these, very retro, kind of fits with the old school vibe of the park. And yeah, they've kept like the nice artwork up on the walls in here too, which is great. Your Big Dipper 100 merch, you got your whole Funshine section. This is nice, I wish you could buy that, the actual topper. Yeah, what a fantastic space in here. It's a nice collectible pin inside the box there. And yeah, I just like how clear all the pricing is. I mean, everything's marked, and they've also got the big board there too, which is, yeah, really good to see. Little wallets and grommet section, and of course the hot ice over here as well. Yeah, you've got a whole section dedicated to hot ice. Oh, this is what I really like, the back in. I love this. I'd be tempted to get one. Yeah, these are really nice. At the mirror on there, and then of course the skyline of the park all the way across. I think that's really nice and classy. Fantastic. We are overall very impressed with the new store. I think they've done a great job. So the bigger one is 99 and the smaller one just here is 89. And yeah, this is a picture of the park, as you can see, with the fireworks. And yeah, fingers crossed we're going to get the fireworks tonight with it being late night riding. Yeah, big fan of it in here. Absolutely awesome. What a great use of this space compared to how it was previously. And yeah, kept that classic feel with the pictures and also the neon lighting as well, which is brilliant to see. Right, let's go and head back in the park. Well, we showed you a little bit of footage of it earlier on. We're going to go and have our ride now on the legendary Derby Racer. Fantastic ride. It's the organ that really makes it in here too. Let's go and have our ride. Oh, it's always great having a ride there on Derby Racer, Pleasure Beach classic that we really enjoy. And yeah, something else that we love at this park, of course, running throughout summer, through now until the 9th of September, is Amore, which is the hot ice show. And yeah, the 2:30 matinee show is actually free with your e-ticket, and yeah, you get the 50-minute performance, which is either Act 1 or Act 2. They normally rotate it each day, and then you actually get discounted entry with your e-ticket for the evening show at 7 o'clock. Yeah, we've seen it already a couple of times this year. We always enjoy hot ice, don't we?
I love hot ice so much. I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
Yeah, we're not allowed to film the show, unfortunately. However, I'll put in a little preview here for you, some official footage from Pleasure Beach, showing you what to expect from this show. It's definitely worth coming to see. We always do really enjoy it, and of course we'll see you after. Well, we've just been to see the matinee performance of Hot Ice here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Absolutely fantastic as always, and would definitely recommend going to see it. The full show is brilliant on an evening too, but of course if you just want a bit of a taster and just to see half the show and have it included in your e-ticket, then the matinee performance is brilliant, isn't it?
We absolutely love Hot Ice. Like, the skaters do such a good job. They're just so talented.
And it's a huge cast as well. There's around 30 skaters in there, along with that some acrobats. And this year, of course, with Valhalla reopening, in Act 1 there's a huge Valhalla section, which is fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, the section is so good. There's so much going on in there. It's like, oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah, you got all the music, you got all the cages, the lighting, and that's the thing with the arena itself. The lighting package in there alone is well worth going to see. It's a brilliant show. It's really high-end, high-budget production. It wouldn't look out of place on like the West End in London. They do a really good job of it every year, Stageworks, and yeah, we always enjoy seeing it. So I definitely recommend it if you're coming here to Pleasure Beach. Anyway, the weather has took a turn for the worse. Like, like it's really not a great day. So you know what? I'm going on Valhalla, why not?
I'm not going on that.
Not done it for a couple of months, of course, since it reopened. Really want to get on there again. And you think with the weather being really bad, it wouldn't be that busy. Well, let's go and have a look, because I think it's got a queue. And here we go then, over to Valhalla. Look at this. Yeah, it's really busy. I think that's the thing. Everybody's just thought, oh, it's raining anyway, we're going to get wet, we may as well go on Valhalla. And yeah, that's my thoughts really, even though I will be getting changed afterwards. Probably just going to be the one ride. If it was quieter, I normally do 2 or 3 in a row to make it worthwhile getting changed for. But yeah, probably about a 30-minute wait. Charlotte isn't coming on, are you?
You see me entering the queue. I won't be riding this attraction. I'll be getting out with Sean's bag.
Yeah, you're going to take the bag. And yeah, I'm going to be riding Valhalla. Hey! Let's go and give it a go. Valhalla, and yeah, if you want to see some on-ride footage, they let us film a rider cam POV, not front facing, but there's a rider cam POV here on the channel, so make sure you check it out if you haven't already seen it. Oh, this weather is awful. It's like the worst day for filming today. Well, it's took 1 hour to get to this point here on Valhalla. Yeah, it has gone down twice whilst I've been waiting here in the queue. But you know what, I'm really excited to get back on here again. And look at the mist just down here. You can hardly see that sign there with all the mist. Yeah, it does look awesome, kind of raising up there from the station. Look at that. Very atmospheric. And of course, I'll let you know how it's running, effects-wise, the ride, and any updates that may have been made too. Here from Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, back for 2023. Well, I may have waited an hour for it, but you know what? It was more than worth it to get back on the absolutely awesome Valhalla, and each and every single effect on that ride was working, which was brilliant to see. Of course, Valhalla's always been known for its unreliable effects, but when everything works, it really is an incredible experience, and probably the best water ride anywhere in the world when everything works. And yeah, I was lucky that today everything was in operation, and that's the thing, whilst it was closed, I'm so pleased they spent a lot of time kind of redoing some of the effects, making them a lot more reliable, and it means when you do wait for an hour, you're not disappointed, because it used to be a bit disappointing when you go on and so much wasn't working. But that time, everything, including the square of fire, or the ring of fire as many people call it, but yeah, it's actually a square with the fire effect on, all the blasts at the end, all working great, which is fantastic to see. Along with that, of course, it was an absolute soaker. I was on row 3, no matter where you sat on there, you're going to get wet. And even out here with some of the effects, you get soaked, which is brilliant. So yeah, watch out if you're standing up by the fence here. But yeah, everything was just working brilliantly. Also, I noticed that the audio had actually been turned up in a lot of the scenes, especially in the top area where it's more story-based now. Yeah, they turned all the audio up so you could hear it a lot better when you were going around in them first parts of the ride, which I'm really pleased about, because that was a lot of our feedback. You couldn't really hear the audio that much, and a lot of the dialogue that's told with the storylines. Yeah, that was great. And along with that, I feel like some of the lighting had changed as well, for the better actually. So some of the scenes weren't as well lit, so it's a bit more immersive, and other parts they changed the focusing of the lighting so you could see everything a bit better. But no, I really enjoyed it. There's one thing that I don't think looks as good now, and that must have changed in the past couple of months since last time I was here, and that's right where you've got the big blast of fire, not in the final room but just at the bottom of the final drop. They've actually put a metal fence in. I'm not too sure why, probably to do with safety. Maybe a boat has come to a stop there, and of course the fire effect's right next to it, just to prevent people stepping out and of course getting to the fire, which could have been possible before. But yeah, really it needs like a big perspex fence there instead of like the big metal fence that's there now. But then I suppose if you put in perspex there and there's fire, they'd really have to think about how that would work. Maybe it needs to be glass or some of the material. But yeah, that doesn't look great now. There's like this big metal fence there, but of course if it's for safety then it's needed, but maybe they could theme it in a lot better so it works and looks better in that scene. But still, this ride, great getting back on it. One of the highlights of 2023 was Valhalla reopening, and yeah, I absolutely love this dark ride so much, especially when everything works like that. All fire, all audio working great, and yeah, just an all-round fantastic world-class dark ride. Brilliant that was, and people are loving it. Like, it was well worth the hour wait. If it wasn't that busy, I would be straight back round again. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go and get changed. Oh, it was fantastic that was. You missed out, Charlotte?
Oh, no, but I went in Loki's and had a lovely roast chicken, stuffing and gravy baguette, and it was so nice.
Yeah, the foods are always really good in there now.
I like rotisserie chickens and everything, it's so good.
Yeah, and that's right next to Valhalla as well.
Lovely.
Yeah, how expensive was it for your food?
£7.95 and then you get your discount on top. It's not too bad.
That's alright, that is, isn't it, really? Good news is it's got a bit warmer now. The rain stopped. It said it was going to be raining all day. But yeah, it's stopped now, which is good. So we thought we'll have a lap round on the Pleasure Beach Express and take you along. Got all the nice flower beds out for summer. Doesn't really feel like summer, but at least it's a bit better now than it was earlier on. So we'll have a ride round on here. That's the thing, Pleasure Beach always looks nice, all the plants that they put around the park at this time of year.
Thank you.
Let's go for a ride round on the Pleasure Beach Express. Mary Louise today. And yeah, fingers crossed the rain will stay away for the rest of the day, you never know. Approaching 6 o'clock. It's gone really fast actually today. That's the thing when you watch Hot Eyes, and we waited of course for Valhalla, and then yeah, went out and had Wetherspoons down the road. Day goes quick, doesn't it? Yeah, not very busy here today, so we'll be able to whiz around, get some more rides in, maybe do the big one next. We really enjoyed walking up there last night, and the weather was pretty good for us for that walk last night, which was fantastic. Dodgem's just over there too. Still miss the old whip that used to be there in that location. And of course the sky ride they used to have here, that was one of the stations just up there. You can see where they boxed it in at the end there. Yeah, it's always nice coming on Express, you get to go around all this side of the park. Let's look at the big ones. Great timing when you get the train coming up through here. Oh, big one's really quiet, look at that. Literally not even coming out the doors there. It's probably 10 minutes maximum for the big one. Skyforce zooming around just over there. Yeah, brilliant view of the top hat here on Icon. That's another one that's great when you get the timing when you're coming on this. Head through the tunnel and we'll see on the other sides. Nice close-ups of Big Dipper and also Infusion just there behind too. And there's a look over at Icon. Not seeing it going around anywhere. Is it going to come down maybe into this second launch? Is it on the other side? I'm not too sure. Oh, there it is. Oh, we're going to miss it. Yeah, it's always a great angle where you get it coming down into this second launch. And yeah, that topper up there on the Big Dipper looks so much better now, especially from this angle. I'm really pleased they repainted it. At first I was unsure, you know, about changing it from blue and white, because it was pretty iconic, but actually I can see why they've done it now, because it fits in nicely with coasters just underneath with the gold. And of course all the Icon colour scheme. We might get it coming up into the Junior Element. We might get cut off by the bridge. Oh no! And there it goes. Cracking view of Infusion. Wish it rode as good as it looks. Perfect angle for capturing it though here from on the train. I've always loved the water effects on Infusion though, especially this one here. It's great, really nice near miss that is when you're on the ride. See just how close you get to it there. Love a good water feature here at Pleasure Beach. Hey! Yeah, we'll definitely give the big one a go. Less than a 10-minute wait. Fantastic. Yeah, it was awesome walking up there again. Really enjoyed it. And of course, 2023 is the final year of this being the tallest roller coaster in the UK. It's had that record since 1994 when it opened. And yeah, Thorpe Park are stealing the record from Blackpool with Project Exodus set to open in 2024. Oh, the sound of that arrow, love it. The sound of the big one's lift chain is always going to be iconic though, isn't it? And of course it'll be turning 30 next year, the big one. Done well to keep its record for 30 years though here in the UK. I hope they can get that waterfall on again at some point in the future. Yeah, normally you got the waterfall over in the corner there. Could do with a bit of TLC around here. I mean, they repainted a couple of them up last year and added the soundtrack down here, but yeah, some of them really need some more work. He was done. But yeah, a few of them are looking quite tired, especially the dinosaurs. Mrs. Roll on full force today, even here in the tunnel. Oh, hey! Oh, I've just got changed after Valhalla. Wet again now. Oh, Revolution looking just as awesome as always there. I do love Rev. I do miss the old colour scheme though, and the old festoon lights that used to be up on there. Who remembers those? Especially on these late night riding events. Not like we're going to get to see much of the park in the dark today, with it being summer. Good old Rev. Of course, a lovely ride round on the Pleasure Beach Express. Yeah, it's always a great journey. I really enjoy it. There's Bert up there.
It is, there he is.
Bert the Seagull. You enjoy that, Charlotte?
Yeah, I always love having a ride round on the train.
Nice and relaxing. So we made our way now round here to the big one, and yeah, as you can see, the queue isn't outside at all. And yeah, nobody heading up, really quiet, less than a 10-minute wait for the current UK's tallest coaster. Let's go and have a ride on the big one. It'll always remain iconic there at this park, won't it? A lot of people love the big one, including ourselves. We do enjoy it, don't we?
I absolutely love the big one. It's such a fun ride.
Oh, music came on then on the carousel. Yeah, it is a great coaster, it really is. And yeah, literally yesterday, this gate was open and we climbed up there last night, which was fantastic. Now, I know I've made my jokes in the past about the big one, calling it a monorail. And yeah, it is more of a scenic experience than very thrilling. However, you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. The big one is a classic here at Pleasure Beach. 235 foot tall, above sea level, of course. Let's go and ride. Well, we walked straight onto the big one there, no wait at all, which is fantastic.
I can't believe it was literally straight into the air gates, ready for the next train.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I think a lot of people have been put off with the rain. and also quite a lot of people have left because they were probably soaked, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess so. It's the quietest late night ride I've seen.
Yeah, and it's a shame really, especially when we've got fireworks tonight. The park's open until 10 o'clock. Not really night ride tonight with it being the summer, but yeah, it's a shame to see it so quiet. Normally really busy and atmospheric for these. But that's the thing in Blackpool, when you don't get the weather, the people don't come out. In terms of the ride though, it was good, I enjoyed it, and it was nice being on the train this time instead of walking up, wasn't it?
It was nice to have a ride up the lift hill this time.
Oh, it was a great experience though with the walk, and check out that vlog if you haven't already seen it here on Theme Park Worldwide. Yeah, you're much better off, of course, on a non-wheel seat on there for it to be a smoother experience for you all. But yeah, I did enjoy it. It was good fun.
I love the big one. Such a classic.
Yeah, and some great views from on there as well. And we also found out they're going to be doing even more retracking on the big one this winter. Not as big a sections as what they've done the past few years. However, the project is going to continue for the foreseeable future. Of course, replacing all the track there on that iconic coaster. And yeah, here's a look at Steeplechase. All 3 tracks running. It's good to see. You don't often get all 3 running, especially on the quieter days. I suppose they're staffed up for a busy day though, really, today. Yeah, another Arrow Classic. Next streak up there as well, the wooden coaster. And yeah, Revolution just over here, which isn't too busy. A couple of trains just on the top steps. Yeah, gonna give that a go now. Good old Rev. Yeah, I really enjoy Revolution as a classic coaster anyway. However, I do love the views here from the queue line too. Looking down there at Steeplechase, you've just seen a shot of Nickelodeon Streak from up here too. Yeah, we got a cracking view of the big one when we come around the corner, and Icon too. Yeah, and there's a look down at the queue for the big one. Absolutely walk on. What a brilliant view. Looking out towards the ocean there. Oh, I love a good front row ride on Revolution. That was fantastic.
It's so intense, Revolution.
It's a great ride though. I really enjoy it.
Front row though, so that was okay.
Yeah, we waited about 10 minutes there, didn't we, for it? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, making our way now here into Nickelodeon Land. I'm really surprised at the closing time for this. It's actually 7 o'clock for the big family area. Even though the park's open until 10, I do think 7 o'clock is way too early to be closing this family area of the park. Especially because Icon, the big one, the rides at the back have to close earlier because of the fireworks. Yeah, I do think they need to be keeping Nickelodeon Land open later. At least 8, maybe even 9 o'clock. On the 10 o'clock ride closes like this, because yeah, 7 o'clock, way too early for families. And there's a look over at Rugrats Lost River. Fancy ride on that, Charlotte?
Oh, definitely not.
We're just going to try and squeeze in Dora before it shuts round here. We walked into the area thinking, oh, it'd be open till at least maybe 9 o'clock. But no, 7 o'clock round here. Really surprising, especially because the fireworks aren't for another 3 hours. I'm not really too sure what they expect a lot of the families to do that are in this area for 3 hours. Like, it needs to be open later, definitely. We are heading over onto Dora's World Voyage, if it's still open. Should just have time, hopefully. Yeah, it's been closed loads this year. It didn't open for the first few months of the season. So we're going to have a ride on this nice little boat ride. Probably the last riders of the day for them. Great little boat ride this. It's got a fantastic soundtrack as well. Painted up some of the buildings around here, which is good. Something that Pleasure Beach are always really good at, actually. TLC and just keeping the park looking fresh. Yeah, I'm glad this has come back. It's spent quite a bit of time closed. I'd imagine it was issues with the ride system, so yeah, it's nice to have it back.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey!
Dun, dun, dun.
Dora the Explorer, nice journey around the world. Dun, 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 dun. It's not weird not having it, it's nice to have it back. Hello! Great views of Nick Street from on here too. I do like little filler rides like this. Because there's nobody in them boats, that we're all stacking really close.
Everyone we meet. Hello,
Jumbo! I always think that looks a bit like the Big Blue Hotel. It's not, but it looks like it.
Lots of friends to meet. We're on a great adventure around the world to say.
Jumbo! That's a Great Wall of China. Small form.
Hello, ni hao. To say hello in China, we say ni hao.
Ni hao! You learn how to speak different languages on this.
Hello,
Ni hao!
let's say hello to
Oh, blue
friends
flyer up
around
there.
the world.
Ni hao!
There's lots of friends to meet. We're on a great adventure around the world to say. Ni hao.
Oh, it's nice to have it back. Dora's World Voyage here in Nickelodeon Land, closing at 7. Oh, I do like that. It's really important for a park to have filler attractions. That's something I really miss up at Alton. And yeah, it's so nice to have a little boat ride like that there that you can enjoy inside this family area. And yeah, we're going on Nickelodeon Street now. Wooden roller coaster, of course, used to be just called roller coaster when I was a kid growing up. And prior to that, and of course before it had its modifications, it was the Velvet Coaster. And that is of course what the Wetherspoons is named after. Out on Blackpool Promenade, just a stone's throw away from the park. That's the Velvet Coaster, JD Wetherspoon, and we go there quite a bit. Nick Street. Well, there we go, just at our ride over on Nickelodeon Street. Yeah, it's a great family wooden coaster and always looks the part, very colourful down there at the back of Nickelodeon Land just here too. And yeah, they've actually made the call to open some of the rides in here now till 8 o'clock. They were literally just changing some of the signs whilst we were going round on Nick Street. So yeah, I'm glad they've done that, probably because there is still quite a few families around. I mean, of course, it's not very busy, but there is still quite a lot of families here. And really, yeah, if you shut your main family area, everything 3 hours before the fireworks, people haven't really got loads to do. I mean, yeah, you've got the dark rides at the other end, but still, yeah, you need to keep your main family area open a bit later. So I'm glad that they decided to make that a little extension for 8 o'clock here. We're going to have a ride now over on Wallace and Gromit, Thrill-O-Matic just here. We do like this dark ride a lot, don't we, Charlotte?
Oh, I love Wallace and Gromit. It's a great ride.
Rain seems to be staying away now as well, which is good. And we're all set up here for the fireworks later. That's where the speakers are. Of course, you stand just here and the fireworks are down there by the big one. And here comes our slipper duster. Let's go and have a ride.
Cheese! We're going somewhere where there's cheese! Oh, good job I greased the bearings. Oh. No crackers, Gromit. We forgot the crackers. Oh, Gromit. Oh, Gromit. Where'd you get that from? That's my machine. I've got baby blending. Fountain money, lovely Whoppy. I've got a dog in your pants. Oh no, Gromit. Capable of over 125 RPM. That's rabbits per minute.
Rabbit mother, Toodle straight on over the...
There he is! Charlotte's fave. Well, look at this, it's really quiet this evening. River caves, empty boats going around, really quiet. So I'll have a ride on here now, the classic river caves. Love the sign up there as well. Of course, love this park at night, but yeah, we don't get to see it at night very often now, even though it's a late night riding. Of course, it's not really going to be dark enough until right near the end, but we'll get a little bit of footage of the park in the dark when we're walking out. Little drop just there on River Caves. And yeah, of course, loved our ride over on Wallace and Gromit, just fantastic, as always. Yeah, let's go and do River Caves.
Get the vlog or what?
Hey! Albert's up there as well. Oh, and the sign's on. Lit up.
Fabulous Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Come with us to travel down the mysterious rivers of the world in a voyage to many lands.
for our journey underwater there. Oh, I do love the classic scenes here on the river caves. The second oldest ride in the park after flying machines. Oh, I can just fall asleep in here. How nice would that be? Overnight experience at Pleasure Beach.
They remained unknown to the outside world until their discovery in 1813. Built by the Egyptian king.
Seems very quiet here in the end scene. That's better.
Now we approach the incredible
Running less boats than normal today on this, and it's still not got a queue.
jewel of Cambodian jungle.
Angkor Wat, of course, was on Angkor at Portaventura last week, so check out the vlogs from our Spain trip if you haven't already seen them. And yeah, that face that you can see there is above the splash battle at Portaventura, themed around Angkor Wat. Another Pleasure Beach classic there. That's word of today, that is classic. Yeah, we do really enjoy the river caves, all the scenes in there. And of course, you come out, you've got the spectacular dancing water fountain show. I still wish to sort out that steel corrugated building over there. Of course, the back of Alice in Wonderland. They really need to do something. It's been like that for quite a few years now since Trauma Towers came out. I can't believe they've left it just like that. And a park that really cares about its presentation normally, they need to do something with the back of that over there. Unless this whole area is changing for development in the future. Possibly so. Or is it impossible? I don't know. Or is it just Sybil as it is today, just over there with the neon sign? Anyway, we're going on another great ride now. The Grand National over here. Let's go and see how it's riding today. Another one where you really want to think about where you're sitting. Non-wheel seat. You're on Grand National. Looking forward to your ride, Charlotte?
Yeah. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be so brutal.
It can be brutal. It's been running for quite a while today. Let's go and see how Nash is running for us. The Grand National really is one of those, you've got to know where to ride it and how to ride it. And today, because we did that, it was fantastic, wasn't it?
The non-wheel seat worked an absolute treat.
Yeah, it's one of the best wooden coasters in the UK when you ride it in the correct place. Towards the front of the train is normally better as well and a bit smoother. And of course you get pushed up into the hills there, but I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it too.
It really needs some TLC though now. Out of every ride here at Pleasure Beach, that's the one now that really needs the work doing to it with painting up, especially with how good Dipper looks now.
Yeah, it really needs a paint, it doesn't look great.
Yeah, especially, you know, you can't really see it that much from in the park other than this front section, but over at the back it looks a real mess now, so I'd love to see them paint that at some point soon. Making our way then down now to the Ghost Train. Yeah, I always love this little kind of Swiss street here, and yeah, I've been saying it for a while and I'll say it again, especially now that Valhalla has kind of opened and that project's come to an end. I'd love to see them now think about a replacement for Wild Mouse that used to stand down here. It still saddens me that it was removed. We have this whole area of the park, other than the fountains, really needs work. This little street's great, but imagine a steel Wild Mouse down the back there, like horror theme or something. It'd be great, like, or maybe you're sitting big rats. How about that?
Oh no, that would be so cool, wouldn't it?
Or just literally redo Wild Mouse, but a steel version instead.
Needs something there, doesn't
It does, yeah. And obviously that's the thing now. We start talking about the next projects here at Pleasure Beach, especially now Valhalla is back open after 4 years. And yeah, we can start thinking, what are they going to do next? Yeah, I'm really excited to see. Let's do Ghost Train. Charlotte, it's going to eat us. Is she going to be working today? She's not. Oh, very unreliable this screen here now. Never seems to work anymore, does it? Jump scare. We've been on this so many times now, but it just delivers every time. Always enjoy it. And yeah, some of the effects might not work sometimes, but in a way, just kind of add to the charm of it, you know, in a weird way. Just this mismatch of scenes. I do love it. Fire's on as well. Something that you don't get very often, a downward lift hill.
Scary.
It is scary down here. Oh, it's because Cloggy's here, isn't it? Have his ghost. Looks like the tube's coming down. Oh no! Sound effect's not working. Normally you get a honk of the horn going. Always be one of my favourites, that will. It really is the older classics that keep me coming back to this park, of course mixed in with the newer thrills as well. And yeah, up next we're going on Alice in Wonderland just here.
Oh, I love this. I've got a gold tick.
Hey, oh, it's so nice to have the full collection of dark rides back, of course, with Valhalla. It means this park has got 5 awesome dark rides. Like 5 is a lot for a park, isn't it?
Yes, that's what we need more of.
Oh, definitely. That's what I love here. 5 dark rides, and yeah, all of them, of course, back in operation again, with Valhalla being closed for 4 years. Wasn't able to say that. July the 22nd, 2023. Always love the photo opportunity there too. Fantastic. Time to go and enter the marvellous world of Alice in Wonderland. Absolutely walk on.
Wonderful show.
The scenes always look so good in here on camera. And in person, of course. If you've been on this ride before, which I'm sure many of you have, you'll notice the smells are a big part of it. Loads of smell pods throughout here with different scents. And yeah, another ride that was built by Aerodynamics as well, of course. Lots of older Aero rides here at this park. Same company that built the likes of Revolution, the big one, and many more. Humpty Dumpty fell off a wall. There he is. Let's get him a hot dog. Might make him feel better. It's the upside down house. Hey! What a classic. Oh, we do love the classic dark rides here at Pleasure Beach. And yeah, you said our ride there over on Alice in Wonderland. Last hour of the day then now, and we're going on Icon just here. Really not that busy. I think normally they would have closed it by now if the queue was massive, just to clear it for fireworks. But yeah, they've kept it open tonight because yeah, it's not that busy. And you've got these new little planters just up here as well, which are quite interesting. Fit in with Icon here. Well, let's go and head down into the queue and have a ride. Semi-night ride. train lights are on though, I'm happy to report. Let's go. Oh, it's always nice seeing those train lights on there. Here on Icon, really does look the part. And of course, Exodus down at Thorpe Park opening next year. Yeah, he's going to have these trains as well, the Mack Rides trains. So it'll be interesting to see if Thorpe go and spend the extra on the fancy lighting. I mean, I hope so. It makes these trains look fantastic. But we will see in 2024, of course. Oh, perfect timing there. Made our way around here to Icon. We've just had a front row ride, second to last train of the day. Fantastic. And yeah, as much as it wasn't a night ride, it was a semi-night ride with all the lights on just here. Big one's just running off now as well. And yeah, obviously they need this end of the park clear, ready for the fireworks, because they launched them right next to the big one. How was that for you?
That was absolutely brilliant. I love Icon so much.
Yeah, front row ride, lights on as well.
It really makes it, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Special coaster Icon. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, all the lighting around here, which is beautiful. Steeplechase lit up down there too. And yeah, we've had an action-packed day. We're going to make our way now down to have a look at Big Dipper and all that lit up with its new lighting, and also see the fireworks. Oh, and there's a look at Big Dipper with the lighting on there. It does look awesome. However, they have missed this one strip just here. You can see they've done all those. Yeah, this one needs replacing. Maybe they ran out of festoons, so hopefully they'll do that at some point. Yeah, the onion on top looks great. It really blends in nicely with Icon from around this side too, and coasters with the colour scheme they've gone for. Oh, and I'll tell you what, it looks amazing from here at the front. The camera doesn't do it justice. Look at that, the new lighting package there on the Big Dipper. Oh, look at that with the floodlights shining up there on the onion. The Big Dipper sign lit up with the neon. And of course the festoons all looking awesome on there. Really impressed with that. Well, it's almost time for the fireworks here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, late night riding, July 2023. And of course I'll put some highlights in for you all over the next couple of minutes.
Guys, so it's time. We are now going to be counting down, ready for the summer vibes fireworks. Are we ready?
Woo! 3, 2, 1. highlights there from the fireworks here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I always love seeing fireworks shows in this park. And yeah, really special with the backdrop there, the big one, an icon. Yeah, brilliant. They could do with chopping them trees down a little bit though, just out the front of Wallace and Gromit, just so you get an even better view. They've grown so much over these past few years. But yeah, brilliant that was. About an 8-minute show there to end our day here at Late Night Riding. And yeah, as we walk out just here now, of course getting to see the iconic flying machines all lit up, the oldest ride at the park. Ice blast over there too. And yeah, we should see the Valhalla waterfalls running just off to the right here too. Beautiful. Oh, that will always be one of my favourite views at Pleasure Beach. All the neon signs down here at the bottom and all the lights there on the strands from flying machines. Gorgeous that is. And here's a sight we haven't seen for quite some time, Valhalla at night there too. And yes, they've even put lights on that new sign out the front, which is great to see. How did you find the fireworks there, Charlotte?
Oh, I thought that was really good. Some of the fireworks was huge, and I really like the mix of music this year.
Yeah, I feel like they've upped the ante with the fireworks, and that was fantastic to see. I'd still love to see a projection mapping show on the front of Valhalla though, you know.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Oh, I love that. Freshen it up for a bit one year. But you know what, we've had a really good day. It started off really wet earlier on. Wasn't great conditions for filming, as you saw, the lens getting covered in rain. We always get it how it is on this channel. Wasn't great weather earlier, but we've made the most of it, haven't we?
Yeah, we've managed to do loads, and it did manage to clear, which was really good.
Yeah, and that's the thing, it left the park pretty quiet, so we've got so many rides done today, which has been fantastic. As you've seen, some of the queues have been walk-on, including the big one earlier on, which is great. But you know what, my highlight of the day has definitely got to be going on Valhalla again. It was really good, all the effects on. It was well worth that 1 hour wait earlier. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. My highlight was going to see Hot Ice again.
Hot Ice was fantastic, and make sure you come and see it if you're coming down here to Pleasure Beach. It's running through until the second week of September. It's an epic show. And yeah, late night riding, unfortunately there's not loads of them throughout the year, so you've got to come down here and make the most of it when they do them, because it's a great atmosphere, and just seeing all the lights around the park. Normally they're a lot busier than it has been today. The weather's definitely put people off, but you know what, we've had a great day still, haven't we?
It's been really good. We managed to do loads.
Yeah, definitely. Great getting on an Icon. That front row ride we did a few minutes ago was absolutely lush as well. Always like a night ride on an Icon there.
It's fantastic, a night ride.
And of course, make sure you check out, if you haven't already, our vlog from walking up to the top of the big one. We had a fantastic time doing that, and it's already online here on our YouTube channel. We've got lots more coming up. Of course, we're into the summer holidays now. All the kids, you've all broke up. Hey! All the theme parks are going to be busy, but it's going to be atmospheric. We're going to be covering Drayton Manor, Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington, Legoland, and lots more coming up. And then we've got Europa Park as well in a couple of weeks. So lots coming up on the channel. And of course, yeah, stay tuned for more content this summer here on Theme Park Worldwide. But here from Late Night Riding at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, that leaves me one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next vlog.